The animals of Whispering Valley always trusted the river. It flowed through the forest every single day. In summer, it sparkled in the sunlight. In winter, it moved slowly beneath thin sheets of ice. The river was the valley's heartbeat. But one morning, the sound of water was gone. Ash wakes up early that day. The air felt strange, too quiet, but something looked wrong. The smooth blue water was gone. In its place was nothing but wet stones and shallow puddles. Ash blinked in disbelief. Did the river stop? River came sliding down the muddy bank. He froze instantly. No. Then he jumped into the riverbed. But instead of water, his paws landed on cold stones. He stared down the empty path where the water used to rush. Ash looked worried. Where did the river go? Soon Luna arrived from the tall grass and asked what's wrong. River pointed down the riverbed. The water's gone. Luna stepped closer and looked carefully. Only small puddles remained. Fish were trapped in shallow pools. Plants near the banks were already beginning to droop. Luna whispered quietly, "If the river disappears, the whole valley could dry up." Orion the owl swooped down from a nearby tree. "I believe the river still flows." River looked confused. "What do you mean?" Orion pointed his wing toward the distant hills. "The water comes from the mountains." Ash understood immediately. So something must be blocking it. River's eyes widened. Luna nodded. "We need to find out what happened." The animals followed the dry riverbed deeper into the forest. Every step felt strange. The river had never been silent before. Along the way, they saw stranded fish and thirsty birds searching for water. River spoke nervously. "If the river doesn't come back soon," Ash replied quietly, "everything here could suffer." The group continued upstream, but then Luna stopped suddenly. "Do you hear that?" A faint rushing sound echoed through the trees. Ash tilted his head. "That sounds like water." River ran ahead excitedly. Yes, the river must be back. But when they reached the bend in the forest, they saw the real problem. The river wasn't gone. It was trapped. A massive fallen tree had crashed across the river. Branches, mud, and rocks had piled against it. The water was building behind the blockage, like a growing lake, but only tiny trickles escaped through the branches. River stared in shock. That storm last night must have knocked the tree down. Ash looked at the enormous trunk. That thing is huge. Luna frowned. If the water keeps building, Orion finished the thought. The dam could break suddenly. Ash walked around the tree trunk. "There's no way we can move this ourselves," River said. "But maybe we don't have to move the whole tree." Luna then asked, "What do you mean?" River pointed to the branches, trapping the water. "If we clear enough of these, the water might flow again." Ash nodded slowly. That could work. Orion looked toward the sky. But we must act quickly. The animals began working together. Ash pulled loose branches with his teeth. Riva pushed smaller sticks into the current. Luna dug mud away from the trapped water. Slowly, very slowly, the water began to push harder against the barrier. Riva smiled. "It's working." Suddenly the pressure grew stronger. One of the large branches snapped. Water burst through the gap. Then the river finally broke free. Water rushed downstream once again. Back in Whispering Valley, the animals heard something wonderful. The sound of flowing water. River ran down the riverbank laughing. The river is back. Fish swam freely again. Plants lifted toward the sunlight. As the sun set over Whispering Valley, the animals rested beside the flowing river. But far beyond the forest, high in the mountains, dark smoke was rising into the sky, and Orion was the first to notice. Tomorrow, the valley will face a new danger. The fire in the mountains.